Worst things live. Fucking whore.
Well, don't do whore-like things.
I wasn't. It was a legitimate question.
Are you deaf in one ear? That was your legitimate question. Hey, old man, fuck you. Are you deaf? Like, that's what I heard.
That's what you get for talking shit about me.
Your heart has gone out. I'm waiting on the hip. I don't know what's breaking down. Your warranty's expired.
Apparently, it only breaks a little, not the whole way. It'd be a lot easier if the whole fucking thing would just shut down and I could just be done with it all.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So there was another funny thing that happened before we start the show. A couple of weeks ago. I don't know. I don't think I told you this. Did I tell you the picture I sent my boss?
I don't recall.
So you know how when it gets when business isn't really there, the higher ups make everyone do kind of just busy work.
Yes.
And so they went to our bosses and said, if there's anybody that has a win in the market, we need every other week, we need you to submit a winner in the market from your division, from your team, actually. So we have a group check out 2 weeks ago, and Eric was like, please just send me something you did good in the market. We really need it. They really want this to highlight what the good reps are doing. And I was like, are you fucking kidding me? Is this more busy work in it? And he was like, yes, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Like, blah, 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 blah. Right. And which is absolutely true. So a few minutes goes by, and I lean back in my chair. I take a selfie, and then I texted it to him. And then I wrote, haven't killed myself yet. # winning. How's that for a fucking win?
There you go.
In the
we
market.
got a fucking win.
Do you enjoy that? Good? Yes.
Yeah, brilliant.
So that was fun. A way to take the piss out of my higher ups. It was lovely.
Yeah.
Absolutely lovely.
A little programming note before we start the show. Yeah, note, not moat. Sorry. We will be doing our show on Thursday. Will not be streamed, so don't go looking for it, everybody. And then after that, the next 2 weeks, we will have substitutes in.
Yep.
We'll have,
Tegan has her surgery on the 9th.
We'll have Danny the first one, Alan the second one. Alan, it works out that weekend is the Tyne Wear.
Yep.
Wonder what we're opening the show with that. I mean, we'd be opening it probably with that anyway. Yeah. Because, 8
especially
years
the way both teams are kind of hard-nosed as well. I mean, it should be a feisty fucking affair.
At Sunderland, now Newcastle got a win. It should be good. And then when we get into January, the first week of January, of course, myself and my lovely bride will be out of town, right? So on the 1st, we will record a show. We will not go live that day. We will just come in, record a quick show, get it over and done with. So because Mel and I have a
shit ton of packing and
a
shit
flight to do, right? A flight the next day. But that following week, there will be shows. They will be done in studio with you. You'll have guest hosts. We'll have people producing the whole 9. The only thing there will not be any stream.
No,
just because we don't want to add anything to it.
Yeah.
So it'll be nice and simple.
And we'll all be tired.
Yeah.
I'm sure from a busy holiday season.
Quite busy holiday season.
And teaching someone how to do an extra thing on the board would not be great.
Yeah.
During that time.
You think it's just an extra thing?
You forget he produces shows, so he'll know what to do for the most part. We got to plug
as
and
long
play
as he
guys.
says
Audio,
yes.
yeah. Video?
Yeah, no, I'm saying not the video part.
No.
Yeah, just audio. But audio, he'll be able to manage. He does video
he'll
on
be
his
fine.
shit, so
Yeah.
No.
So that's kind of what's coming up.
yeah.
But yeah, so Tegan has her surgery on the 9th. So I'm out the 8th because they may say be there at 5 a.m.
Right,
And we don't
exactly.
know, so I can't go a drinking or being out till 1 a.m.
Yeah, walk in the door at 1.
Yeah, that ain't gonna happen. So taking next Monday off for that reason, and then the following Monday is just a precaution because of don't know how the setup at the house is going to be quite yet with her being hip to ankle completely immobilized.
Yeah. What up? No.
I nothing.
Okay. What?
I'm not allowed. I don't know. I legitimately don't know.
Is somebody asking a question?
Yes,
or?
I don't know. I'm just giggling at something that has
Okay.
nothing to do. I don't know.
Okay, very good.
If I tell you to move on, move on.
Okay, we're moving on. Just you over there laughing in the corner while looking at the computer screen tends to be distracting.
Well, You know what? For the rest of the night, I won't laugh, guys.
Don't make promises you can't keep. Already got him, coach.
Also, which cut asked a question?
Big Bobby the Plug says Graham's hair is so gay.
Sweet. Tell him he's banned again. If y'all want another quick story, he got banned from Rocket League for a week.
Yeah, we already know about that one.
communication. Yeah.
Yep, we already know. All right, well then, let's go ahead and do a fucking show, kids.
Y'all
Ready?
just like banning people from your house virtually and in person. What's up with that?
Or you can always just go, you know what? You're not allowed to rent here anymore. Yeah.
Your art's bad. Oh, that actually happened to me. You know, your story about my sister Christy. Oh, I'll tell this one on Soundcheck and Live for everybody. Hopefully she's watching. My sister Christy, we got drunk on a cruise ship and we went to the art auction. She got more drunk than me and began to heckle the art auction. Your art's bad. So I'm making one of my luxury trees out there in the living room and I'm showing her daughter Stella. And Stella goes, I don't like the flowers. Okay, sound check's over.
Cool.
Damn.
I mean, I gave you a good out. I gave you a good out.
I know, but I had to.
Your art's bad.
Your art's bad. It's
No,
the best line from Christy.
You're not allowed to rent here anymore. That's from Clerks.
Okay. I haven't seen Clerks in fucking 25 years.
It's when the woman's like talking to him and he's just like not paying attention to her, and then she goes, "What about these two?" And he's like, "Oh, your ruse. Your cunning attempt to fool me." And she goes, "Well, fuck you." And she goes and walks out. Then he sticks it out to her and goes, "Well, you're not allowed to rent here anymore." And you hear just Jay in the background go, "Yeah."
That's funny.
Apparently, Graham looks like Joe Rogan with hair.
He doesn't have a beard.
And then Rob says, James says that you could have been someone last night, but you couldn't get 2 more points.
I know. That fucking pissed me off. We both had, the teammate I had, because all
Yeah.
them bitches went to bed.
Yeah, James says you sniffed the 1K point club, but wasn't clutch.
My teammate had 1,200 and change. I had 998 points.
Ouch.
The best player on their team had like 356 or something.
Oh,
I mean,
so
we dominated the fucking game. I was really annoyed I didn't get two quad scores.
Yeah.
I was pissed. Really annoyed me. And after I texted him the picture when it happened, and then I woke up this morning and was like, I'm still really annoyed about those 2 points. It's funny.
I'm just going to assume the Zoom is going good. The screen froze on the Zoom, but I think it's still going. It'll be fine. There we go. You ready?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Tegan Graham, aka The Better Graham, and this is the DU Football Show.
All right, she's not wrong.
No.
Yeah.
Not really.
Even though she's going under the knife next week for the knee.
Listen, I've never had a major injury, so I got one up on her right now.
She's begged that knee up twice already.
3 times.
You normally just smoked a pack of cigarettes and drank a bottle of whiskey and got
kept
over
going.
it.
Yeah.
You know, that's a little bit of X in you. A little
Exactly
bit of
right.
X.
Come on.
Let's start the show.
Born in the land of Bowie, Maryland. Bred to be a fan of fucking Everton. Punch you in the eye and drink your rye. Sam Houston.
Sam Houston?
Arsenal fans have another Sam. AKA the fucking Gooner Graham. Stump of my lord. Looks great in shorts. Sam Graham, hey.
Sam Graham.
Fucking United! Fucking United!
Hello and welcome to the DU Football Show, a completely biased recap of the English Premier League as told by 2 common American schmucks.
That's us.
I am your host, Sam Houston, and across the way from me, just wondering when we're going to buy the fucking tree, Dad, my co-host, Mr. Samuel Graham. How you doing, good sir?
Not bad. It only took about 35 minutes to get there from the cemetery as well.
All right. ain't bad.
Nice, yeah.
Yeah, ain't bad at all.
Not horrible.
Well,
Well, cut through Bowie.
No direct route.
Yeah,
Got to
yeah.
take back roads and stuff.
Wasn't
Must have been, well, all the back roads of Bowie must have been like going back to the old days in the hood, right?
Well, that's funny you say that because we then talked about the DC Sniper and we passed Benjamin Tasker Middle School on the way.
Of course you did. And of course, on the ones and twos, we have producer Mel over there who has sworn not to laugh tonight. How you doing there, producer Mel?
I don't think that's going to be a problem, so don't worry. Shore Billy just showed up. He said perfect timing, right into the awful intro music.
Well, you know, and
I dare him to say that to Whiskey Dick's face.
Whiskey Dix would say, "Why, you are correct, sir. Thank you."
Probably.
And then he would say, "It still makes me bitter that your theme song sounds better than the actual song that we
Yeah.
put on a record to do for that guitar riff."
Yeah,
What?
no, the theme song's better than the song.
The song
yeah.
is called "The Ballad of Whiskey."
Yeah.
Whiskey
I've heard
Dicks.
it. I've
Not
heard
not
it.
of Whiskey Dix. It's Dick Beaters, the guitarist. The Ballad
Oh,
of Dick
okay.
Beaters.
What do you call a man who masturbates or cries while he masturbates?
You said this one last week.
I did.
Yes, you did.
Tearjerker.
Fuck.
Yeah. I was gonna
Fuck.
as I said, lube.
Yeah. You know what would be great?
What?
He sound checked himself.
I wouldn't remember that anyway.
We're recording at the DU Public House just outside the nation's capital. You can check us out wherever you get podcasts. And of course, streaming live every single Monday night. Should you want to chat with us, there are as many ways that you can. Mr. Graham, tell the good people how they can get in touch.
Of course, it is at D Football Show on all the social media and dfootballshow@gmail.com to get in touch via email. Very simple.
Or become part of the sewing circle and jump into the chat while we're streaming live, because
We do that every Monday, baby.
This bevy of buffoons like to say a lot of really silly shit, and they're pretty fun, and they make Mel giggle.
Somebody has to.
Fuck off. Oh, there she is. She's laughing.
Yeah, I mean,
She just muted herself so you couldn't hear her.
all I gotta do is be like, Mel, I'm gonna be successful. I'm gonna make money. I'm gonna be the greatest lover ever. She'll start laughing like crazy then. Sam and myself both work in the wine and spirit industry and both have a deep passionate love for all things distilled spirits. So as the red-blooded Americans we are, we vow to have a drink in our hand throughout this show and every single show. Mr. Graham, we are drinking a special one tonight.
Got a
Why don't you
doozy.
talk about it?
Yes, we have a doozy. A brand new member to the BTEC lineup, the Buffalo Trace Antique Collection, which you will know, Sammy, previously contained Thomas Handy, which we have a bottle of. We did a couple years ago.
Yep.
George T. Stagg, which we did last year.
Yep.
After I got that one. William LaRue Weller, which we did last year after I got that one.
I also did with Mr. Rice on the night of his wedding, which was
I just meant on
fantastic
the
as well.
show, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But yep, and then this year I was able to acquire two more. Sazerac Rye 18-year-old is the one I left that I don't have.
Right.
But I was able to get the brand new member of this group, the E.H. Taylor Jr. Bottle and Bond. So there's that. Bottle and Bond obviously is 100 proof. This one is a little over 15 years old, and it is absolutely fucking stellar.
And to remember, with a bottle and bond, it's a minimum 4 years old. It can be older,
But it has to be 100 proof.
right? Has to be 100 proof, and then has to be certified by our federal government. The
Yes.
TTB certifies it. And you and I did have the opportunity behind the curtain to try this with Big Bobby the plug.
I bought a full bottle, obviously. We tagged it a bit.
I would say
I had some with my neighbor, had
I
some
would
with
say
you
stop
buffoons.
drinking it,
I
because
am.
wait, have you started seeing the secondary market pricing on it already?
Oh yeah.
It's fucking insanity. Also, have you just seen the regular internet pricing on it?
Yep. Sure have.
Crazy.
You're looking anywhere between $1,000 and $1,600. I've had some of my stores price it at
Online, I've seen upwards of like 19.
19 to 2,000,
Yeah.
2,200. I think I've seen on those
Secondary market
secondaries.
already, 22 to 25.
Yeah, and then you're looking, probably since this is the first batch of this, you're looking 5-6 years down the line. This will probably be a $6,000 to $7,000 bottle.
Oh yeah, because it's the first.
But I don't buy whiskey as an investment, sir.
No, we buy 'em to drink 'em.
I buy them to drink them. I usually, when a store gives me the opportunity to buy a bottle like this, I typically open it at the store as a show of respect and a thank you, and share a wee bit with that owner or manager who was able to give that to me, just to let them know that I'm not reselling it.
Yeah, precisely.
So they know they can trust me, and I'm not going to make more money on it than they are.
Oh, hence why they sell it to you at a relatively fair price, too.
Yes. So I was able to get this out the door for well below what the normal retail would be on this.
But
I'm not going to tell you what that is.
It is perfectly executed bourbon. It is the quintessential.
It is fucking lovely.
Just quintessential rye base style bourbon, right? Like your classic signature bourbon, what you would call it. But you think about how Kentucky makes whiskey. This is how it's done right here.
You've got a good caramel nose, but it almost lends itself to like a burnt sugar, almost like a creme brulee kind of nose. But it doesn't drink creme brulee, which is quite nice. It's still whiskey, but it just has a lovely aroma of burnt sugar and caramel. It's phenomenal.
It's so good. Producer Mel, what do you think over there with your little pour?
Why do you always catch me off guard?
Yeah, well, because, you do such a great job of motivating us as a producer. It's then my job to fuck with you directly.
I mean, I have a lot going on over here.
You always do. The Melissa Houston story.
I appreciate that the heat is dialed back on it, and it does have a rich caramelized. When I think of like a brown liquor, this is the taste I expect.
Yeah, it's fucking,
It's perfect.
Yeah, you know what?
That is the perfect bourbon.
That is actually the exact word to use for it. Like I said, quintessential. It's perfect. It is absolute fucking perfection.
Whoever invented bourbon, this is what they envisaged.
Yeah. It's so good.
It's so fucking good. If you can find a bottle for under $1,000, it's almost absolutely worth it. And I don't say that very often. I usually will not spend over $150 on a bottle of bourbon. On a bottle of any whiskey.
Yeah, the only exception to that rule is when we do the 20 list, and
Right.
that's it. And even then, we don't like doing it. We bitch about it the whole fucking time.
And we complain about it. And we most of our reviews say, is it worth the $300 you're going to pay for it? Fuck no.
Right, precisely.
Is it good? Yeah, but is it worth that? No.
If you saw it, you buy it, and you find 4 of your friends, and you go, we each owe me $2.50.
Yep. And then you have
3 of
a
your
drink
friends.
on Christmas every year with those friends.
Until that bottle's empty.
Yep.
And you will all be fucking happy for it. But it is, goddamn.
It's so fucking good.
Sorry. No, you know what? Not fucking sorry, Russ. Goddamn. Really fucking good.
Yeah.
Cheers, my friend.
Cheers, man.
That producer milk coming in hot.
That was a big clank.
It was a big clank. It was a battle of top sides. It's a London derby. It's a long-standing rivalry, and it played out like a heavyweight prize fight, but ultimately ended in a stalemate. Arsenal won, Chelsea won. Both sides had players coming back, but it was the subtractions and who was not in the starting lineup for Arsenal that got a lot of the headlines.
Yeah. So obviously, Saliba, everyone thought was fit, played midweek. Everything was fine. Picked up a knock in training, apparently. I don't mind. I would have liked a little bit. I understand why they hold that stuff back. But when I saw the lineup, actually, Big Bobby the Plug and me were texting. And I was like, that makes me a bit more nervous.
Yeah.
Not seeing him there. But I understand why they wouldn't put that information out prior to game time as well. They'd want Chelsea to believe that he was going to be starting until an hour before the game when they have to turn the team
of
sheet
course.
in. I mean, that does make sense. But I thought, separately, obviously they haven't played together, but Hincapie and Mosquera have both been decent fill-ins, right? So far, we saw Hincapie against Bayern was excellent, and we saw Mosquera against. I can't remember which game he played now. And then we saw Mosquera. I think Mosquera played against Bayern, didn't he? And Hincapie played in Northampton Derby.
Yeah, he played the Derby.
Both of them were excellent people for replacements for Gabriel next to Saliba. Seeing them together for the first time, there was one little shaky moment, really, But after about 25 minutes, they seemed to have an understanding. They seemed to work it out, and they were pretty solid together. And I think the next 2 or 3 games, you know, as Saliba recovers from this knock and potentially plays this weekend, Arteta has not said that he's injured.
Right.
Or this midweek, rather. I think that he I think that we have a solid set of backups. I mean, I really do. You know, we didn't really miss a beat.
To think Ben White used to be a center back for you guys.
Well, Ben White used to be a center back for Brighton. We bought him as a versatility player.
Right. But
And
normally
to
you
be
would have
honest,
put him in.
I'm surprised he didn't start. I'm surprised they started both of these players together rather than one that had been here for a while that has an understanding with the rest of the players in the system. But all in all, I thought Arsenal coped pretty well at the back. The
Chelsea made it ugly.
But there's the thing: is Chelsea? We didn't get bullied necessarily, but it's what happens against Newcastle with us. Typically, is we sunk to that level. They hurried us and harassed us to the point where we lost the control that we want. We couldn't find our rhythm,
Right.
if you will. Add their helter-skelter nature to the game with those notable absences, and you get this result. I mean, it makes perfect sense. Without the ability to lose top spot either, and to still have more than a game cushion,
Right.
I think Arteta took a gamble, right? And it's the old cliche, draw at their place, win at yours. Mm-hmm. So we got through arguably what will be our hardest game of the season.
That was what I was going to mention at the end was, you know, is this draw acceptable? And I would say the answer is resoundingly yes.
Absolutely.
Considering especially there's going to be things you're going to be disappointed with, right? Their helter-skelter attitude and their kind of bullying of the game, though, resulted in something that has resulted a lot with them. Another red card.
Yep. And it was absolutely a
not
straight
even
red. There's
debatable.
not a question.
The
I think the
spikes were
referee-
high. It was under the shin pad right at the ankle. It's
think
one of those, quote, leg breakers.
It's a leg breaker, absolutely.
Yeah, it is absolutely.
I think, for me at least, I think the referee initially gave a yellow to buy himself some time.
Yeah. And just had to go look at it.
He wanted to go look at it, I think. He wanted to see it again to make sure he saw what he saw, which I'm completely fucking fine with.
No, that's what, when we talk about what VAR is there for,
that's
that
exactly
is exactly what VAR is there for. It's easier to just give the yellow and then change it to a red as opposed to have the red, rescind the red, and make it a yellow.
Right.
You kind of lose the people on the field because then they're like, well, now he's just going to be reactionary the whole fucking time.
They did exactly what they did to Barcelona midweek against us, right? Is they made the game frenetic. They didn't let you settle on the ball. They didn't let you hold the ball for any longer than a touch and a half, let alone 2 touches, really.
Right.
And even when they went down to 10 men, they didn't retreat into themselves. And some standout players for me were obviously Esteval, where he wasn't really the threat that we saw in the last few weeks going forward. What he did do was offer a pacey outlet, right? And Calafiori had to deal with that and picked up a yellow as a result, right? Mosquera and Hincapie, but João Pedro was excellent. Mosquera and Hincapie both picked up yellow cards at one point because of João Pedro's hold-up play, really.
Right.
So I thought those 2 players in particular, and then Pedro Neto's outlet on the other side and pace, and then the man of the match for me was Reece James. I mean, absolutely fucking everywhere.
Yeah.
He was, for them, he was a Declan Rice-esque figure. When Caicedo got sent off, who's arguably one of the best midfield players in the world right now.
Right, yes.
Reece James stepped into that role and fucking covered every blade of grass on that pitch. And this result would not have been possible for Chelsea without Reece James doing what he was doing.
What you need your captain to do. And, And while he's been a captain with the team for a very long time, he's been injured a lot. He's not always he seems to be in a favor, out of favor. So for him to step up in this role in this game and perform was absolutely massive. Unfortunately, though, we start the second half and exactly the thing you hate to fucking see happened.
Oh, yeah, the letting into the goal?
Letting in a quick goal.
After?
Yeah.
Fucking annoying.
Especially when they're at 10 men.
Yeah, but we saw just a few minutes prior to that, you saw Trevor Chalobah go down on a nothing challenge from Hincapie and roll around the floor in a little bitch, like a little bitch. So I thought personally that the flex celebration after the header was a bit interesting.
Yeah, it was a choice.
After he decided to, complain, that was pretty funny. But Arsenal dug in after that. They tried to get some semblance of control. They started to figure things out a little bit, turn the screw a touch. Saka had a couple of chances. I mean, there was a few moments that really could have changed the game. I think if Gyökeres was fully fit and on the field from the start, I think we would have had a much better chance of winning this game. But it was Moreno that got the header, and it was great play from Saka, who I thought everybody was saying, Cucurella kept Saka quiet. He had 2 shots on target, had at least 3 or 4 dangerous crosses, and then had another shot that he kind of mishit and went wide. If Lamine Yamal had 1 shot on target and maybe a cross or 2 in that in the Barcelona game on that day. Now, granted, Barcelona were the ones that went down to 10 men at Stamford Bridge, so fair dues, but I thought Saka was excellent. This is the meanest and strongest display, like physically imposing display I've ever seen from Saka.
Yeah. And worth noting, when I said at the start here that the players that were coming back, they were massive players. You think of it, it's Cole Palmer and Liam Delap are on the bench for Chelsea. For you, Gyökeres and Odegaard both back and able to, not to the point where you had to start them. You could work them back in. You don't even have to necessarily start them in the midweek.
Nope.
You don't have to. You could take your time with them because
because we're that
Moreno
deep.
are doing their jobs that you need them to do.
I mean, even with them going down to 10 men, and I know I said this a lot last season, I said this a lot the season before that. 2-3 years ago, Arsenal lose this game.
Exactly where I was about to go. This feels like the team that might have finally figured out how to do a true title run.
Well, they would
have lost this 1-0.
The games against Newcastle, right? Because that's the team that's been bullying the shit out of people. Who fucking bullied y'all this week.
Oh, hell yeah, they did.
This weekend. Y'all actually looked the more likely to score for most of the game in that, which obviously we'll come on to. But was it 2 years ago? Arsenal lose against Newcastle, get bullied. Last year we got a draw. This year we held up to it and beat them 2-0, or 2-1, whatever it was. But so they're learning, they're growing, they're becoming more physically imposing, Arsenal, and they stood up to this test while still maintaining their discipline is the key. For Chelsea, this is a 6th red card in 7 games or some shit.
It's
4th time in the league they've seen red, and one of those obviously was their manager as well.
It's funny to see how the more things change, the more they stay the same, because this was 2 years ago. And we're all kind of looking at Chelsea going, in the next couple of years, this team's going to be really fucking good. Like, really fucking good. But they're real young. They're still figuring it out. The coach is still figuring out. What was your team doing 2 or 3 years ago? Getting red cards like it was going out of style.
That was more or less just one player.
Arteta.
Chelsea's sharing this around.
Arteta getting accumulations of yellows like it seemed at least once a month. It was like, well, Arteta's on the fucking stands today.
But the Arteta one, he never actually got sent off that I remember. The accumulation of yellows was because that was the season they decided to enforce the technical area rule.
Right.
Which apparently they don't give a fuck about anymore.
Right now.
Because everybody's 20 yards outside of their technical area all the time this season. Enzo Maresca goes jogging. What I've figured out is I think Enzo Maresca has a tiny penis.
Okay.
I'll tell you why.
All right,
We've been 3 straight games in a gray tracksuit, and I ain't once seen his bell end.
Ah, there you go.
I haven't seen an imprint. And I've been looking because it's a bold strategy wearing gray track pants on a global stage like that.
Well, I mean, apparently you've heard it here first, people. Mr. Graham, very attentive to gray sweatpants season.
One bald head is big and inflated. The other one, not so much. Okay.
So,
I've not seen one imprint. You better write that down. That's a good fucking show title. That.
So
She's still not laughing, Sam.
So for Arsenal, happy enough, right? You wish you could have probably figured out a way to break through. It didn't happen, but this is a big one out of the way. You feel like you're going to beat them in your building, right?
So we've obviously seen the problems with Liverpool this season. We've already played them in Anfield. Took them a worldie to beat us. Only game we've lost this season, right?
Yep.
We haven't played City away yet, but there's obvious flaws to their game at the moment, right? And I can only see what, as things stand on current form, how I feel.
Right.
On paper, as the league has played out so far, and what I've seen over the last few weeks, this was probably our hardest game of the season, Chelsea away.
Yeah.
And we
Agreed.
got out of it with a draw. Yeah. We didn't drop points to them. Now, City gained a couple, but we're still 5 points clear.
Right.
And we've already played them once.
Yeah.
So I'm still very confident Arsenal are going to win the league.
And shit, you almost didn't lose any points to City there as well.
Well, exactly. Right. I mean, there's a ton of optimism, obviously, in the Arsenal camp. But it's a huge step forward. It's a huge deal to not lose this game, right? I mean, again, granted they were down to 10 men, but you look at how big of a miss Gabriel is, how big of a miss Saliba is when they weren't playing. Last year even crumbled us when Gabriel got hurt for a couple months.
Would have been over.
This game was dead.
Yeah, without a doubt, this game was dead.
Yeah.
And you figured out a way to get a point.
We strengthened in the right areas. We have a balanced team, and this was the first time those two center backs played together competitively, remember?
Right.
They are going to develop a better understanding. Mm-hmm. They barely put a foot wrong.
Right.
Right? You had the one João Pedro kind of hinky got turned, fucked up, and bad touch or whatever. Mosquera was there to cover, or Calafiore, I can't remember who it was. One of them was there to cover in a moment. David Raya was able to gather fairly easily after they challenged, right? So they barely put a foot wrong, and I was super happy with the way. I was frustrated, don't get me wrong. Going down to 10 men, we are clearly the best team in the country, the most balanced team in the country.
Right.
And potentially the most balanced team in Europe.
Right.
And we just didn't we couldn't find the breakthrough. But I'm not away from home like that in such a raucous atmosphere, and the Chelsea fans were after it. They were on our backs. But, I'm perfectly happy with the result in retrospect. Was frustrated in the moment, yes. And it could have been different if Jurrien Timber didn't get so excited. Victor Gyökeres was in a much better position for that cross at the end of the game. That would have been a header in like the 92nd minute to win it, right? And it just kind of, Jurrien Timber caught the top of his head, but the ball was on the way down. Gyökeres was about a yard behind him. Would have hit him smack on the forehead, and he's 2 inches taller. At least. Mm-hmm. So things could have been wildly different. And we're talking about how Arsenal rescued a win here, right? But we didn't. And we dropped 2 points. That's okay. It's not going to be perfect. There's a reason the Invincibles are the Invincibles. It's why it's not been emulated since. It's why it took 50 years for us to emulate what Nottingham Forest did or whatever it was.
Right, of course.
Right? Or 40 years, whatever it was. So, it's fine. It's a point gained rather than 2 points dropped in retrospect. And I'm completely happy with it.
Sometimes there aren't really storylines, Mr. Graham, other than both the matches were great.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
And they had the same score line. Manchester City 3 leads to Sunderland 3, Bournemouth 2.
Is this a DU football show? 6-7, 6-7? 3-2. 3-2. Are we boomers, Mel? At least I have kids that say that shit. He's just on TikTok for whatever reason.
Yeah, and I don't see any of that on TikTok because
that's all right political stuff. Yeah, that's right.
No, it's
lot of the things you love to look at.
It's a lot of Christian Bible stuff. It's like
grateful I haven't heard it from the nieces or nephews yet.
I block it constantly. Every little Christian thing I block, and I just get more of it. It's like, thought this is supposed to tell the algorithm I don't care for this, but okay. Clearly, you're like, let's rage bait his ass and send him more.
Well, that's it. Rage bait, man. That's a new way to make money.
Oxford word of the year, rage bait.
Is it really?
Yep.
Wow. It's a little early for that. We can come up with something in the next 3 weeks, can't we?
Some are debating it should have been 6-7 too. So
no, fuck that shit. That I would rage about. That's absurd.
City score quickly.
59 seconds.
And also Not Holland doing the scoring, which was good too. You know, like you want him scoring, but to have other people finally starting to score, because there for a while, remember,
It was just him. Yeah.
Steve was number 2 with 2 own goals as the high goal scorer behind Erling Haaland for fucking City.
My name is Steve.
He plays for Burnley. Okay.
Yeah. So in a bit of foreshadowing, somebody gonna get hurt real bad. Haaland not scoring in this game is gonna be terrible for Fulham. I think.
Yeah, I don't disagree.
That's coming up soon. But yeah, no, 59 seconds in, Phil Foden finished off a bit of a trademark, bit of sexy play from City,
Right.
really. Bernardo Silva with the cross was delicious, that cross. And Phil Foden finished it up.
Gorgeous touch, too, for his goal.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
And they were all over Leeds for the opening 20 minutes. I mean, Leeds, I think it was 22 minutes and 38 seconds. The highlight package of this game finally had the ball crossing midfield.
Yeah.
is what it
Yeah.
seemed like.
Yeah.
But then they doubled their lead through Gvardiol after he reacted first to a bit of a goalmouth scramble following kind of a poor punched it directly into the head of the City player from a corner. And you think that's it, right? City's done and dusted. They're going to go on 3-4-0 by halftime, and it's over. Nope.
You got the good DCL out for Leeds. What they signed Dominic Calvert-Lewin for and hoped he would do, he came through in spades for this match. You know,
Well,
getting the
I mean, he came through a bit. Mateus Nunes has a lot to answer for there.
What are
It
you
looked
talking
like
about?
he was shagging balls from a training exercise.
It was a perfectly executed pass and a great assist. Problem was opposite team. But it was a perfect fucking touch. He put it right on his foot. It was a great pass.
Dominic Calvert-Lewin put it on his foot first.
Yes,
it was
I know.
a poor touch from him.
Right.
It was pitiful.
But
and
doing
Nunes, I
his
guess, thought he gave up. I don't know
his
what it was.
old school fucking fox in the box,
But
and then turns around and gets the penalty as well. Like,
So I think it was Phil Foden after the match said something to the effect of like, they changed their shape at halftime. We couldn't deal with it.
yeah.
They City were like, we couldn't figure it out, whatever it was. And cue the controversy. Donnarumma goes down. That might have been after. It was after the penalty. It was after Leeds equalized.
Yeah.
You can see from the expanded picture, Bernardo Silva, I think it was, telling Donnarumma to go down hurt.
Yeah.
As soon as he hit the deck, the entire outfield players from City ran over to Pep. Got a mid-half talking to.
Right.
Changed their shape finally after he, I guess, had worked out in his brain how to break the system down. And the reason you tell the goalkeeper to go down is because the goalkeeper doesn't get asked to leave the pitch
Right.
for any length of time, at all, when they get hurt, because nobody can do that job. The only thing that they could do is tweak the rules to say then you have to put an outfield player in goal for 90 seconds or whatever.
Right.
Whatever.
Or,
that rule
or you
is,
have to pull a player off the pitch for 90 seconds or
Yeah, right. So you still go down to 10 men, but you sacrifice somebody else.
Or your whole team can't go to the sideline and talk to the coach.
Right. Exactly. You just say you're not allowed to do that.
Right.
So it was interesting to see that. It is part of the game, though. It is, and it is completely legal within the rules to do what they did.
But
is
even
it, is
then,
it frustrating? Is it distasteful? Completely agree.
Yeah. But then even then, Leeds still played him tough.
Oh, yeah.
Leeds, it really seemed like Leeds had cracked the code and we're going to figure out a way.
You can't expect Pep to crack the code on the fly, even though he's lauded as the greatest manager that's ever lived.
Right. Well, and you know,
He can only muscle up to the system. He couldn't beat the system.
we haven't had a chance to do it in the regular season. We did it in the preseason. There were a lot of topics that Pep had to figure out. Lots of topics.
But yeah, it was, sad from a Leeds perspective, obviously, because they fought so hard to get back into the game away from
the draw.
away from
God,
home
they
as well.
deserved the
Absolutely,
draw.
it did. But it wasn't really even a brilliant team move from City that won the game. It was that little bit of individual brilliance. It was exactly what everybody's been wanting from Phil Foden all season that
Right.
he hasn't been able to deliver.
Hell, what they've been waiting for a year and a half for Phil Foden,
Right.
because last year he didn't have a very good year.
No, he also did come out about some off-field problems last year and stuff that was going on with his
Yeah, of
mental
course, of
health and all
course.
that kind of stuff, which is terribly important. We a lot of times forget that these people are professional athletes, are human beings.
Right.
Lucas Paquetá oddly took to Instagram about it over his situation.
We'll get to that at the end. Yeah.
I do find that one a touch strange,
Yeah.
but we'll come on to why, because there is a reason I think it's strange. But that moment of brilliance won City the game, and that's what's going to happen. Now they find themselves 5 points adrift of Arsenal in second place.
Small touch to that goal, right? Phil Foden did all that stuff, but it was the other goal scorer, Guardiola, smart enough to jump up in the air. The ball went directly underneath him, because if he
saw
doesn't
what was
jump,
coming. Oh yeah, it
he
hits him
doesn't
right in the
jump, it hits him-
nutsack.
Yeah, it hits him right, and then
hits him right in the nutsack.
He blocks the shot himself, and I think that is why the keeper didn't see it. I
Oh,
think
yeah,
the keeper
big
saw
time.
it after the fact, and that ended up doing it. And
It was a good bit of heads up play. It was a good bit of reading of the play, because Foden took a half a touch and was still looking down when Gvardiol jumped.
Yep.
And he also brought his knees to his chest to increase his
Oh
hang
yeah,
time.
he got up high,
Yep.
and
It was a good bit of heads up play by him.
while not pretty,
One of the only people I've ever seen hairier than me, by the way, Chesko Gvardiol.
it's exactly what City needed to figure out a way to win. They did, and that's all that matters. And as you've talked about, doesn't matter what the scoreline is, as long as it's fucking 3 points, who gives a shit, right?
Yep.
So you move on. You and I talked about this on Injury Time last week. We said, without a doubt, even over Chelsea, Arsenal, we were like, I bet you Sunderland and Bournemouth ends up being the most entertaining match of the week.
Yeah.
Damn if it wasn't, man. It was crazy.
Bro, Sunderland just don't know when they're beat.
No.
They've got, and I'd love to point out that it's that Arsenal fight in them. It's that Granit Xhaka effect,
Yeah, of course.
He learned that here. Thank you very
Pro
much.
Arsenal agenda. I hear ya.
But the cherries flew out of the gates.
Yeah, right off the bat, score quickly.
And
That's
they score very quick. You're absolutely right. But it was 2-0 inside 15 minutes. Yeah, Adley with a good follow up. Great, good for him. But I'd like to bring to the table USA, 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 USA. Come on, Tyler Adams, stand up and be counted, my man.
The
What a goal!
and also on Rolfs on both of the goals, a little uncharacteristically sloppy.
Bro, this Tyler Adams goal, he ain't no chance of that.
Yeah.
He got back, he got fingertips on it. I mean,
but-
the ball, the way it was moving, it was windy as fuck. It was pissing down with rain. But Tyler Adams, that was a perfect touch. It's the only place he could have put it for it to go in. Literally. He pinpoint. That one's not Roof's fault, in my opinion.
Don't get caught flat-footed and out too far, right? Like, as a keeper, you can get
don't-
back.
It was a basic giveaway in midfield. You don't expect him to do that, especially in the 14th minute.
It's fair.
I mean, it was like, okay, so take North London last week, as we didn't really talk about it that much. Take Richarlison's goal for David Raya. The way the ball fell to him, he took one step and hit it. He didn't have another touch, Richarlison. It's just, that's where goalkeepers are asked to play. And the way in which the ball turned over in both instances, in my opinion, Tyler Adams took one touch, bang, ball was gone.
Right.
Saw him off his line. Richarlison didn't take any touches. It's just one of those, like, if you're going to play that way, sometimes this kind of shit does happen.
Fair. Now,
But ultimately, it ain't fucking matter.
and for Bournemouth now, losers of 3 of 4, and that fourth, the one they didn't lose, they had to come back from being down 2-0 to fucking West Ham. So not in a good run of form right now. And like you said, the Stadium of Light is just a fucking fortress, man.
Yeah.
This place is energized. They're behind their players. They are not gonna fucking give up.
They're also they have a lot of cult heroes though. And I there's another interesting point here that I heard today, which I didn't actually realize. Sunderland have extra motivation to get as many points on the board as fast as humanly fucking possible. they are going to be missing more players than any other club in the Premier League to the African Cup of Nations.
Yeah.
They have 7 players rolling out.
Wow. That's
4
a
of
lot.
which are fairly regular starters, if not nailed-on starters, right? Bromby is one of them, who is their super sub. He's the one that scored the equalizer against Arsenal as well. He's the one that came on and won this game, right? Bromby is just a phenomenal talent. They said, I heard from somebody that, is it Simon Adingra? Is that who starts up there for them?
Yes.
Is a better natural finisher, but Bromby is the one that's more physically suited to the Premier League. So that's why they bring him on to mix things up late, and he ends up getting goals, right?
Right.
Because you remember, Gabriel was all over his ass against Arsenal a few weeks ago.
Oh, yeah.
And he fucking
Still put that one in the back of the net.
put it in the back of the net, right?
Yeah.
And we saw here. Now, granted, this was a bit more of a refined finish, but still kind of bulldoggy in nature of a finish. But it all started with the penalty, nailed on penalty again for me, and a great penalty from Enzo Lafie, and then. I
dumb
forget who
red.
scored the second goal. Oh, Bertrand Traore. Yeah. That's the goal that pisses me off and should piss the cherries off. Granted, it comes through legs, so the keeper probably saw it late, but you can't give him a near post goal like that. It
No.
wasn't even struck particularly well.
No.
So that's the sickener. That's the sickener. But also, Bromby scored that goal in the 69th minute. You still had 20 minutes to go and do something,
Well,
and they
then
just didn't.
and then you have the dumb red card too, which
And that was absurd. That's makes me fucking sick to my. That's some cheating ass bullshit, and I don't like it. He knew exactly what the fuck he was doing.
that's in his locker. It's always with Scott. I mean, not Scott. With
Lewis Cook.
Cook. That's always been in his locker. He's always been that kind of asshole, tough man of a player.
He's a dickhead.
And
That's not tough man. I was a tough man. That's bullshit.
It doesn't make a justifiable excuse for what he did, but that's in his locker. He does that shit all the time. He's a shithouse like that. And he does that kind of shit.
Yeah, but that being a shithouse, Jamie Vardy's a shithouse. Jamie Vardy didn't just deck somebody who was kind of, to use an NFL term, a defenseless player.
Right. And elbow him in the head.
Right directly in the face. I mean, he looked up, saw him, raised his elbow, and then made a motion forward.
Yeah.
He knew exactly what the fuck he was doing.
Yeah.
That's dirty fucking bullshit, and I don't like it. I hope they give him extra games for it.
So now I believe Sunderland are on the road next, but then after that, their next home game is the Tyne Ware.
Yep.
That's going to be a fucking barn burner, my
Bro,
friend.
and the way that we talked about the bullying aspect earlier, right? Briefly with Chelsea Arsenal, obviously, well, more in depth with Chelsea Arsenal, but with very briefly before we get to Newcastle Everton, that bully effect, both teams kind of do that. That's going to be a fucking exciting game.
Agreed.
I can't wait for it. It's going to be a lot different than that FA Cup game we went to the Abbey for.
Rounding out the rest of the league, and so that happened. Brentford 3, Burnley 1, Newcastle 4, Everton 1, Fulham 2, Tottenham 1, Manchester United 2,
Yeah, right.
Palace 1, Villa 1, Wolverhampton 0, Brighton 2, Forest 0, Liverpool 2, West Ham 0. Boring. So boring.
Not boring anymore. Not boring. We're going fucking nuts.
The 80th minute, 4 fucking goals. What just a slog of a match, and then it's like
The cocaine's kicked in, motherfucker.
like penalty. 2 minutes later, another penalty. 1-1, another goal.
1 minute
2-1.
later, yeah.
Like, what the
It was
fuck
fucking. Even possession, 2 shots on target combined, just 3 corners in the first half. Fuck off. These are the kinds of halves of football that make me interested in cricket.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Cue the 80th minute. As you say.
Yeah.
Finally something. Brentford penalty. From a pretty poor challenge, to be quite frank. Not sure why VAR took so long, actually, to finally make the decision. But then Brentford gave up their own penalty just 5 minutes later. Similar situation, to be fair, as well, with theirs. But then Burnley conceded. Well, so it was Fleming that scored that one. Thiago, obviously, for Brentford for the first one.
Mm-hmm.
But then just a minute later, it's like, Burnley, you just got yourselves back in a game.
Right.
These are the teams you should be targeting to pick up points to that your rivals in the relegation zone might not pick up points against.
Get a point and you jump West Ham.
Right.
You jump West Ham. And then they couldn't get a point and also gave up goals.
But it's you get the point, right? You're there. It's the 85th minute. 1-1. You're there.
See it out.
60 seconds later.
Yeah.
Fucking idiots.
Goal.
What are you doing? And then Dango Ouattara. I mean, it's just a fine finish that in it.
Thiago is on fucking fire.
He
Right? What
is,
is it
but
like?
big concern. He limped off.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
He limped off. So we'll see what happens. I'm hoping he don't play tomorrow. Wednesday, I think we play.
So finally in the season, a road win for Newcastle. I would say,
And that's the Big Dick Stadium they won at.
Exactly. I saw that. Livermento being back and
Huge.
is
Huge for them.
So fucking massive because with him and I want to say, is it Miley the kid on the other side?
No,
Hall.
Lewis Hall.
Lewis Hall on the other
Lewis
side.
Miley's the tall, lanky
Hall
midfielder
on
kid.
the other side.
Lewis Hall's the outside back.
So those two on the outside, you could not you're not able to neutralize Grealish and Njai, right? They're still going to get their looks. They're still going to, but
not completely. Yeah, absolutely. Correct.
But they were able to pin them back a little. And even when Everton had possession, they weren't really being scary, and Everton had a lot of possession. And real simple, fucking Newcastle just punched us in the fucking face,
so
man.
I wanted to ask you this: Do you want to break in real quick with something really good, or do you just want to end with something really good?
Break in with it now. You're good.
That goal from Kieran Dewsbury Hall is something Dennis Bergkamp would be fucking epically proud of.
Oh, it was such a... There's
That touch gave me a chubby.
pulled it down, and then the touch to set up, and then the little dink to put... it was just
So
nasty.
This so far may be the season of forgotten goals. Because we're in it, we haven't forgotten them yet. Right? But you typically, if you score a worldie and you lose the game within a season or two, no one remembers.
Nobody's going to
I
remember.
feel really bad for Tyler Adams, right? And I feel really bad for Kieran Dewsbury Hall here.
Because they're gorgeous goals that ain't nobody's
going to give a fuck.
They'll remember, oh yeah, Dewsbury Hall played for us. Didn't he have I think he had a couple of real good goals. Like, they're not going to remember because nobody's going to want to be like, yeah,
If this
remember
was-
that goal he got
right.
when we got clattered by fucking Newcastle?
If this was the goal to win the game, 1-0 or 2-1 or whatever, it would have been brilliant. And it would have gone down in history as one of Everton's great goals. It's not going to happen now. And that's a shame.
All 4 goals, maybe the first one, but definitely 2, 3, and 4.
Who the fuck is y'all?
A howler of a match from fucking Pickford. He hasn't had that bad of a match since when Rafa was in charge.
Well,
That's the last time I've seen him.
Lewis Miley's goal specifically, I think, has as much to do with Tarkovsky as it does with Rashford.
Yeah, but with Pickford, but yeah,
Or without Pickford, I mean, that's it.
But it's still it
Fuck did I
hit
get
him
Rashford from?
right in the palm of the hand, and somehow
But he didn't see
a-
it, so he
pulled
just
a-
threw his hands up hoping it was there.
Meslier, it somehow seemed to go through the middle of his stomach because it hit him right in the hands. Then it's the back of the net. You're like, did Bobby behind?
But that's the problem. Tark was, I'm trying to get a block, but didn't actually try to block anything.
Right.
I don't think Pickford saw it. I think he threw his hands up in the hopes that it was still coming this direction, and it just kind of fell off the heel of his
But both
wrist.
goals 3 and 4, he came out too late or tried to backpedal, and on both of them, you're just like, you're in neither place you need to be.
But
you either need to be up or you need to be back. You don't need to be standing in the middle, kind of going, hi, like.
So I think the kind of miscontrol from Voltamata helped him. It was one of those rare fuck ups that helps.
Yeah.
Because Pickford, I thought, was fairly quick off the line. But that touch from Voltamata that made the ball bounce gave him the opportunity to flick it over Pickford's head.
Right.
Which he did. And he executed it sublimely. But I think that miscontrol is actually what's done Pickford there.
Right.
So goals, for me at least, goals 2 and 3 were somewhat forgivable. But a David Moyes side that gets bullied in the air isn't a David Moyes side.
Yeah.
And I've never heard of Chaw.
Yeah.
Who is that guy?
He's one of the center backs that they brought in.
I've never heard of this player before. It's still been Fabian Schär all season. I don't know who this guy is, but they were 2 towering headers. They were pretty well done.
Yeah. Hey, also not very common of Moyes. Don't then say in the post presser that they're like leaps and bounds ahead of us and they totally aspired at like.
It's a lot of puns there.
Simmer it down there. Simmer
Yeah.
it down just a little. So, you know what? If Pickford's going to have a howler, let it all be in one game and not multiple games.
Yep.
And
I hear that.
get it out of your system. So here's the shot of Lord. I haven't had to do like one in like 3 weeks. So 4 weeks with the international break. So yay.
Nice.
Much like that shot of Malord. Quite un-Fulhamish from Fulham to go scoring 2 goals early on the road. That's not nice of them.
No.
I mean,
and
in a blink of an eye, it was 6 minutes in. It's 2-0.
yeah, but it was Tottenham being polite. Mm-hmm. Because the defending from, I believe it was Udogie, was atrocious, mightily pussyfooting. That just handed the ball to Kenny Tete. Decent shot, to be fair to him, but should never have gotten the ball in the position he was in.
Right.
And then, what in the fuck is Vicario doing? And where in the fuck does he get the nerve to turn around and yell at his teammates after he's fucked up and then jogged back?
Yeah.
Didn't even sprint back to goal. Jogged back. Saw the ball from Harry Wilson curved around him. And as he's watching it go into the net, he turns around and does like this towards the side, towards the 2 players over on the side. You shouldn't have been that far out of your goal in the first place. You should have cleared the ball, put it into touch. You should have done something other than what you chose to do. And then to not even show the effort to get back. If you're sprinting back, dive, miss it, and it goes in, at least you fucking tried. This dude was on fucking vacation.
Yeah, you know my opinion of this as a keeper. It's you need to be a cheerleader, right? You need to keep your guys' heads up.
I'm surprised you're a fan of Pickford then.
I know.
He
Does. He yells a lot. I don't like it. He's no fucking Brad Cruzan who will like get beat on the near post on a ball that goes through his hands and then like grab his center back by the fucking shirt and be like, "Why the fuck did you let that happen?"
At least Pickford has the balls to back up with decent performances most of the time.
But for me, whenever a keeper is yelling at his defense, the first thing you got to be asking yourself is, why don't you have better control of your defense? You know, because that's not the time to fix it. You know, I had the worst.
I mean, that was one of the worst bits of goalkeeping I've ever seen. The Vicario's decision making in that moment for the second goal.
The worst you'd hear out of me is be like, if we're getting clattered, I'd be like, at some point, boys, we got to cover the weak post. Right. Like
one of my favorite things I heard about, it was like an intro. Like they were leading into a break and teasing what they were going to talk about in the next segment. Mm-hmm. And he said, Harry Wilson gets his magic wand out at Tottenham Hotspur. Like he pulled out his old bell end.
I love that.
That's fucking brilliant.
I can remember exactly the worst thing I said as a keeper while you and I played together. One time I said loudly, perhaps instead of pointing on who should be marking people, how about you mark somebody, Pat? And then he promptly never played for us again because I was rude to him for pointing that out.
That was loud enough. I think they heard it. He laughed.
Yeah. Could hear it.
That's laughing. It's a wee laugh, isn't it?
A giggle's a wee laugh.
A wee laugh from a wee lass. Ooh, how about that? That's a laugh for sure.
I can say this
I
is.
got her. Yes.
This is not a Thomas
The
Franks.
more's kicking in.
This is not a Thomas Franks issue. This is a Tottenham Hotspur issue.
So I heard this too. This is also real quick on the theme of gonna be forgotten goals. What a fucking strike from Muhammad Kudus. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Left-footed volley, just bang in the near post top corner. It was excellent.
Fucking gorgeous.
excellent.
What a hit.
And Bird Leno, I think, got fingertips to it. Couldn't do anything about it. It was that powerful of a strike. So that has to be mentioned. But I think Tottenham, because they won that Europa League, I don't think anyone associated with that club, because they were so happy they finally ended the trophy drought and all this kind of stuff, I don't think anyone ever sat them down and looked at them and said, the 17th best team in England beat the 15th best team in England after beating a whole bunch of people from the European equivalent of third world countries.
Right.
Maybe calm your tits.
Right.
You're not the greatest players on the face of the planet.
Right.
Relax.
Yeah.
And they all have egos, and they don't want to listen to Thomas Frank, and they're all playing bullshit because they don't want to play this way. They don't want to change their tactics based on their opponents. Well, guess what? You actually have less wins than you did last season, but you're sitting 6 places higher in the league or 7 places higher in the league than you were under Ange.
Right.
So maybe Thomas Frank knows what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
So drop your dicks and play football.
Right. Do the job you're supposed to do, because I will continue as people want to.
They look. There was a journalist that I heard. David Cartledge is his name. Englishman. Actually, a Sunderland supporter. But he said it looks like a bunch of people that hate their jobs that are turning up to work.
Not wrong. Not wrong
They're
at all.
coming in and doing the bare minimum.
Mm-hmm. You're not wrong one bit. Palace played an exceptional first half.
Bro,
they made it very,
they
very
should have been 4-0 up.
But also, and Mel pointed this out, and then I kind of paid a little more attention to it to figure out that it was a change in the rule for this year. I'm sorry, you double kick a fucking penalty, you shouldn't be allowed to retake it. It shouldn't be the reward is, oh,
get
you
to try
fucked off?
again. Yeah.
You get to try again.
Yeah,
No.
If you fuck it up, right?
No.
If the goalkeeper leaves his line early, fine, because he cheated.
Right.
So I should get to take it again. But if you fuck up,
You done fucked up.
Yeah.
No.
yeah, it is stupid.
No.
I agree with that.
And that ain't just goalkeeper club being
But the-
angry. That's just a no.
But the problem is Palace should have been 2-0 up before the penalty was even awarded.
Oh, God, yeah, they should have been.
Shamefully, it fell to Adam Wharton's wrong foot. Although he got a good strike on it, the entire point of that effort, because he couldn't place it anywhere, was to choke fuck Lemons.
Yeah.
But Lemons had a fucking mouth guard in or something. And then Jean-Philippe Mateta was clean through on goal and dragged it wide. A chance even this season we've seen him finish 4 or 5 times. And then you also think back to the Nketiah was clear on goal and apparently didn't see big Luke Shaw running back at him and turned directly into him. I mean, Palace had their opportunities and should have been, again, 2-0 up by the time the penalty was taken. And then when Nketiah came on, should have been 3 or 4-0 up.
But then, as good as they were in the first half, frankly, both of the goals United scored were avoidable and, frankly, sloppy from Palace.
The actual pass to Xerxes is where it all broke down.
Mm-hmm.
The strike from Xerxes was a phenomenal hit. I mean, it's a tough angle, and he bent it around Henderson on the outside of the goal to the far stick with power and pace. The strike, I don't think, is really Henderson's fault, but Xerxes should never be receiving the ball in that position.
That's where it's
the
sloppy,
point.
right?
It fell apart at the point of pass rather than the strike itself. The other goal was the Mason Mount. The wall wasn't set. Part of that makes me think the referee's kind of bullshitting here as well. Because normally the referee would go on the whistle, and then he'd wait for the defense to set up their wall, and then he would blow. Palace were still moving when Bruno Fernandes touched that ball.
But, and I hate to be making excuses for Bruno and United, but the ref had blown the whistle. He blew the whistle. That dem the rules, though.
No, it's completely fair. Yeah.
And then the wall.
It's completely fair. I just think it's a bit untoward from the referee. That's
and
all.
then the wall, as opposed to, I don't know, remaining as a wall, all went, lights are out, scatter.
But that also made Henderson see it late.
Also, though, Henderson, like, if the ball's been hit and it ain't going up over here, It's probably coming to your near post and better be ready.
Yeah, but either way, how's he going to know? He can't see it. That's my point.
Oh, it was for me as a whole, for as well as they played in that first half in their building, you've got United on their heels, and then you just kind of did it to yourself in the second half. And couple that then too with like, for United, at least this was effort.
Yeah.
Like, because let's face it, last week, that was bad. Like, I'm still buzzing because Everton, fantastic, yada, yada, all that good stuff. But at the end of the day, that was
It's
a
great.
horrid, inexcusable performance from United.
It's excellent when the manager just fucks off 20 minutes.
You know, but at least this time United could go, we at least like cared.
Yeah. And at
Question mark?
At least we're engaged as
Yeah.
well as a podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
Active about it.
Yeah, we're active. We speak. How about that? Don't look now. Villa are in fourth fucking place and are on a roll.
Before I let Mel talk about her team, the only thing I really want to say about this game, because overall it was not a very good game.
Oh, it's exactly what you expect a Black Country derby to be.
It was diet Chelsea Arsenal because
Yeah.
it was feisty.
Oh, yeah.
And people were getting after it. Mm-hmm. Just one of these teams is considerably worse than the other one.
Well, and one of these teams I don't think know how to score. I legitimately think Wolverhampton has forgotten how to score a goal. Like, really, I think they've forgotten how to. I don't know if they're going to score a goal the rest of the year. I don't know. Like,
They have to win a fluke penalty, right?
do you think they can score it?
I mean, they got the ball across the line. It was offsides, though, so clearly doesn't count.
Yeah.
But, I mean, at least they know where the goal's at.
Emmy was required once or twice. Mm-hmm. But they were saves that you would expect her to make. Now, the one I think that we talked about in the second half was kind of nipple height. It's the most comfortable height for a goalkeeper, period.
Yeah.
You're just pushing it away. And Emmy was a nice strike in terms of how powerful it was, but he's one of the best goalkeepers in the world. Lest we forget, with a couple of kind of mad incidents and fucking the trophy didn't help. Like, you think of the antics sometimes, right? Before you think about the performances. Emmy won the fucking Golden Glove at the World Cup.
Right.
Without being the best keeper at the at the World Cup, he wouldn't have been able to fuck the Gold Glove.
Right.
Right? So, yeah, the antics may distract you a bit, but Emmy is a good fucking goalkeeper. And that's a save that you would expect his counterpart, Sam Johnston, who's not very good, in my opinion, to also make. So it's pretty routine for Emmy to do those things.
Mel, I don't know if you want to chime in or not at all, but there's not much to say. It was kind of a boring match.
I'm glad I forgot the taste of Malort.
Yeah. The one that I enjoyed.
The opening part of the season was a bit rough, wasn't it?
The one that I was probably most impressed from Emmy was the corner kick that he knocked off the post. Yeah. It came back down. It wasn't that. It was, what you just
hit it
showed.
again.
The second hand, as he's falling down, just goes, whoop, and knocks it away.
And you can see it's completely intentional.
Yeah.
You can see it's completely intentional.
That was everybody notices the get up in the air, the acrobatics knocking it off the post. No, it's as you're on the ground, just taking your hand and go whoop and knocking it away.
And I do,
because otherwise that gets tapped in by somebody. Although we do have to debate, Wolves
was going in. He needed to claw it out.
Can Wolves actually tap in a ball?
Yeah.
I don't think I'm asking. These are fair questions to ask right now.
What I want to ask you too is how glorious is it, right? For the Scottish nation recently.
Oh my God.
Right. What was going on? For then there to be, was it an injury that changed the situation, or a yellow card or something that changed the substitution? John McGinn's old ass thought he was coming off and then ended up just having to play like in the middle of the field.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the
and he was
injury.
just like, All right, it's fine. I guess I'll do it then. Fuck it out.
He's there. He's here. He's there. He's every fucking where. John McGinn.
Yeah, for real. How inspiring is that, right? I mean, they got to be fucking
He
brilliant.
doesn't have the physique to be a footballer. I don't understand him.
You know what's
Or the face.
you know
He's an alien.
you know what's
He's a
inspiring?
meatball.
You know what's inspiring? Dad ass. That's what's inspiring.
It is inspiring. Real.
my way downtown,
All right.
walking fast. I'm a seagull. Go fuck yourself.
There we go. We have just discussed Brighton and Nottingham
no
Forest.
shit. I do think we need to spare a moment real quick for Boubacar Kamara. He doesn't score many goals. That was an excellent goal.
Oh, it was a fucking
It was
hit.
a good hit.
Oh, it was a
and he
hit.
deserves to have his name mentioned.
Yes, very good hit.
Right. And great. Good. West Ham, Liverpool, you said?
Well, just real quick, my notes are surprising from both sides. I didn't write this in, but I would say would have thought this was at the Amex with that score line.
Yeah.
Not much else to say.
Bro, the best part about it, it was so bad of a match that it was a fucked up cross that scored the first goal.
Yeah.
It was meant for Danny Welbeck, and the ball was so misplaced behind him that it found Maxim de Kuiper,
Yeah.
who nobody was marking because the ball wasn't supposed to go there.
It wasn't supposed to go there. No. Like, that was, of all the things we got right
It
on
was so pitiful.
I was listening to Injury Time last week, doing the the sound checking, the thing you don't know how to do, and or can't be bothered to do.
Can't be bothered. Yeah, I
So-
know exactly how to do it. I just don't give a fuck.
What I noticed is we got just about everything right about every single match, except for both of us were very definitive. Ain't no way in hell Brighton's winning at the City Ground. It's a draw or it's a 1-0 win. It'll be ugly. But Brighton's not going to be able to do anything.
I was interested that there were going to be goals. In my bet, I didn't pick a winner, but I said it was going to be over 1.5.
Yeah, and you got your over.
And I was
1.5.
correct.
Yeah.
But yeah, the only other thing is a good coaching point in this game. The Gruda follow on the poor touch from the defensive player, even though the goalkeeper was coming out. This is why you teach your kids to never give up on a play. Mm-hmm. And then he gets taken out, probably would have been a penalty. But then you've got Simas that comes through and actually scores the goal, right? In the advantage play, which is basically the referee scoring a goal because he did a good thing by playing the fucking advantage, right? We all remember that time that I think it was Michael Oliver celebrated it was fucking Mike Dean.
It was Dino.
Celebrated the fucking advantage he played for Tottenham against Arsenal and allowed Spurs to score.
Yeah.
And it was the right decision, but
He was very proud of it.
You shouldn't be celebrating a team's goals. You
And it's
cunt.
like, I called that really well.
Yeah, I'll never
might be
forget
the
that,
greatest
and
ref ever.
I will bring it up every chance I get.
I might be the greatest ref ever. I guarantee you that's what was going
and he
through
knew he
Dino's
was thinking
brain.
about it. Absolutely.
If only Tranmere could do that.
But for those of you that coach children, that little, 38-second piece of play, that's why you teach kids not to give up on the play. That's it.
Yep, agreed.
Well done.
No, Mo.
Yeah.
Move to the bench.
He hasn't been playing well, man.
No, Mo.
And Arne Slot finally grew a pair.
Yeah, it's a win, but it certainly wasn't fucking convincing, really, from Liverpool. Like, Liverpool had a lot of opportunities. Areola had a good match. He was ready to. He was making some good saves, but
Well, the
West
other
Ham had a couple of chances. Like
the other thing here with them, West Ham were on a bit of an emotional situation, which I think helped them. Right? They did have one of their greatest ever players. I'm not super familiar with him. I've heard the name, and I know he was important. I've not really seen much of him, but West Ham legend Billy Bonds passed away. Did a huge pre-match thing for him, and West Ham came out of the blocks looking all right. Held Liverpool right to very few chances really, but the cream rose to the top. I mean, it is what it boils down to. The only real thing in the first half that Areola had to properly do was save that Isak kind of half overhead kick thing that he did. But he made himself big, and it was kind of point blank range, so it really wasn't a difficult save necessarily. He just had to be brave. and he saved it. The rest of it was kind of bollocks. There weren't many chances at all.
I want to get your thoughts on what happened with Paquetá, and then I've got the final thing to mention, but go ahead.
So this was a strange one, right? The thing that came out online afterwards is like, I've been struggling with this, or it never actually said what it was. Just I've been struggling mentally since the FA investigated me for match fixing or betting patterns or whatever the charge was. But I don't understand how that relates to you getting 2 yellow cards for dissent in 38 seconds.
And he's a renowned fucking mouth runner,
but the other
angry,
part
hothead kind of guy.
It's not like Andros Townsend, who took kind of 6 months out the game for mental health issues. It's not Phil Foden, who barely played last season and looked a shell of himself because of off-field problems and mental health stuff.
Right.
It's not all these things. You've been playing every week, and if your reaction is stemming from these mental health issues, where have they been for the last 18 months?
Right.
That's I think that statement is a bit of a cop-out from him because he got found out here.
It felt a little crocodile tears.
Yeah.
Like, and you don't want to. You don't want to begrudge anyone's struggle, but yeah, you're kind of like, okay.
Yeah, it didn't make a ton of sense to me, and I hope that he does get help. I hope the FA does support the players mentally and all that, all of those sorts of things.
Right.
Most clubs employ sports psychologists, though, so go talk to the. It's not the league's responsibility. Why
haven't you snapped sooner? Why didn't you snap on? Why hasn't there been noted incidents on the training ground?
But that happens.
Yeah.
Right? People snap when they snap. That part's kind of fine also, but there was no build up to it. Yeah. And you play week in and week out. There was no look back at the red flags.
Right.
He didn't do any of this shit, really.
Right.
I also think that Jared Bowen is pretty culpable here.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at after the first yellow card for dissent, after the first one, Jared Bowen's just standing there. Allison, his Brazil teammate, comes to pull him away from the referee.
Right. And when you put your arm around him and you walk him away.
An opposing player.
Mm-hmm.
But you're his captain. You're his teammate. You pull him away.
Yeah.
Allison might help you, fine. But you need to be the first one there.
In Giant Pickford, we're practically carrying Idrissa Gueye off the pitch when he got his red.
Right. You don't allow. It just doesn't make a lot of sense. Mm-hmm. And I really do believe the athletes are human beings. They're under an immense amount of pressure. There's a lot going on. That's all absolutely fucking true. And I really hope he gets whatever help he thinks he needs or that he does actually need. I just don't know that I see the body of evidence for this snap to be related to the last 18 to 20 months.
Oh, yeah. The most expensive striker in the Premier League history scored a goal. Woo.
Sure money.
You didn't bring it up. I was like, I am saving that for the final line. Final word. Woo, Isak scored.
Congratulations, guys. Well done.
That goal is worth $125 million.
And he celebrated it like it was.
Oh, my God. They're just paying me. I've just earned a little bit of my check. Y'all
got a bonus, baby. Off. I did not get a bonus because Arsenal could not get over the line against Chelsea. That's fine. Again, I'm not super disappointed with the point. I am really happy. I'm getting a lot closer, though. Tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
But I am still down 1,200 now, and it is almost officially 2 1/3 seasons since I've hit a bet.
Yep, since you've hit a bet. Yeah, not
so
good.
I will save mine, obviously, as usual, for after you say what happened to you, my friend.
I hit the first 3 legs of my parlay. I just needed either you or Chelsea to score one more fucking goal, and I would have hit it. So I am now down $737.
Big Sam's Lock of the Week.
9.090909090909090909% of the time. It works 100% of the time. We didn't talk about this in the
09.
09.
I'm gonna make Tegan listen to this part.
Yeah, exactly.
It's gonna piss her off so much.
We didn't talk about it in Everton Newcastle. Tiona Berry again had a goal called back, and the kids just
This kid can't do anything.
real simple. Tiona Berry to score at any time in this match plus 400. The odds are good. The guy's fucking scoring. He's in and around it. He's now gotten 5 straight starts. He's hustling. He's doing all the right things. The passes are getting to him.
Every day he's hustling.
Just little fucking, like, it's always a little fucking something
It's
that
finally
just
gonna pay off.
yeah, he's gonna score a goal. Nice and simple. And it's $400. So
Wait,
takes
who
out
do y'all
more than
play?
We play at Bournemouth, which we
He
don't
ain't
do
doing
well
it.
there.
He ain't fucking doing anything.
We score at Bournemouth. We just don't win at Bournemouth.
Ain't gonna be him.
He's scoring.
It's gonna be Ilman and Jai.
Yeah, well, give me that for plus 400, and then over half my fucking debt will be eaten away with that one. So there you
All
go.
right. Well, almost my entire debt's gonna be eaten away because I got this.
9-way parlay.
It's not. It's not. I did not write them in order, so I do have the Wednesday games actually listed first.
Okay.
But I've got
Not good
I have
gambling.
Arsenal to beat Brentford. Mm-hmm. Gonna happen. Palace to win away at Burnley.
Okay,
gonna
gonna
happen.
happen.
I think. Newcastle to beat Tottenham, and Nick Voltamata to have a shot on target. Gonna happen.
Terrible with money.
As long as Voltamata starts. My concern, if he doesn't start and they bring him on in like the 65th minute, and then he doesn't have enough time to do something.
Right.
That's gonna blow me. But if he doesn't play, I did place this in a real money bet, so I will be able to get updated stats, updated odds. Excuse me, if he does not come on.
You said that's going to blow you? This is what you said, right?
Yeah, if he comes on.
Hella zesty.
Hello, never mind. Oh, Bubba. City, and then I've got City to beat Fulham and over 1.5 goals and Holland to score.
All right. I like
Because
that.
somebody gonna get hurt real bad. All of those
Not
things.
good gambling.
1, 2, 3, 4,
9-way parlay.
5, 6, 7 is plus 1,057 doll hairs.
All right. Very good.
And I believe in this a bit more than I believed in last weekend,
Excellent.
to be honest.
All right. Well, Mr. Graham, any parting words?
Don't think so. I can't really remember anybody being an absolute dickhead, or rather inspiring. I don't think anything really happened this week
That is perfectly fair. Well,
that I can recall, at least.
that is going to wrap it up.
You know what? Shout out Cameron.
There you go. Yeah. I thought we were buying a Christmas tree, Dad. What the fuck?
Shout out Cameron.
All right. Next up is going to be DU Does EFL. We're going to check in on the rest of English football. And then after that, we're going to do injury time. We're going to talk about the beers we were drinking, check in on our adopted club, find out how we're doing in fantasy, and of course, preview the midweek's action. Should somebody want to support the show, Mr. Graham, how do they go about doing that?
Very easy. It's patreon.com/DU Football Show. Sign up to that $5 tier, and you'll get all of the extra stuff that Sam's talking about.
And because we don't take a break, be back with us on Thursday. We're not going to be streaming live, but we are going to cover all the midweek's action because if there's a fixture week, we get it in. So that
That's
means 2 shows, means 2 shows.
Exactly right. So be ready Friday morning when it comes out.
All right, till fucking Friday, everybody.
Good night.
Stick around for EFL.
Sure, stick around for EFL.
Yes, fine. I
You
have
look like
to-
you're doing PP dance, Mel.
You're back live.
Hello, live, everybody. How we doing? Sam talking about the yelling at people thing, the goalkeepers yelling thing. Because the second half was so fucking entertaining, other than the Dewsbury Hall goal in Newcastle and Everton. Wes from the Middle Class Holes is
No, we're not.
Newcastle supporter.
I mean, we were muted, but we're not now.
From the Middle Class Holes, him and his wife Sarah were there, and they're both Newcastle supporters. She's supporting Newcastle because obviously he supports Newcastle. She plays soccer, and you played soccer.
And knows shit. Yeah.
Right. So, and she was talking about their co-ed team and how their goalie kind of screams at everybody all the time. Right. The first thing I thought is I wondered if it was that dude who used to play for Pretty Boy Kevin's team.
Oh,
Remember the blonde goalie who you
yeah.
thought was going to like fucking have a heart attack every time he played.
Screaming at everybody.
Just screamed at everybody. And she was talking about that. And I had said with my squad, it was be a cheerleader, right? Because you guys were going to yell and scream at each other enough, right? And typically
we all played the game at a high level, really. I mean, we like, you do kind of like your team to fight a little bit. Like, I get that because you're holding each other accountable.
Right.
You're just doing it in the heat of the moment. You shouldn't be slapping people.
Right. No.
But yelling at each other is fair dues. But it's sometimes it gets to be a bit much.
I also found I got more
If
of
I
a
don't get
song.
the show started, I'm going to slap someone.
Particularly between you, Chris, and Justin, who always played back there with me and Trim, got a whole lot more out of you
I
guys
got everything I got.
by just kind of keeping your heads up because
we knew we fucked up.
Right. You would normally beat yourselves up more than I needed to.
We would look at you and be like, hey, my bad.
Like,
we knew we fucked up. Yeah.
They're like, come on, boys, you got this. Yeah. So, all right, here we go, Mel. Let's go ahead and start the show. Oh boy, production wants us to get it fucking started there, doesn't she? Over there just being like, I'm going to start hitting buttons and then start doing the show and y'all can fucking keep going and do your thing.
Well, hashtag second sound check, right?
Yeah, well,
exactly.
We have a show to do. We have a job to get done. It's almost midnight.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm not going to be entertaining or funny, so I don't know.
Why would you
which
start
one-
now?
Exactly. Made her giggle, though. Got him, coach. That's how we roll here.
Can you hit the post?
Let's start the show.
Born in the land of Bowie, Maryland. Bred to be a fan of fucking Everton. Punch you in the eye and drink your rye. Sam Houston.
Sam Houston.
Arsenal fans have another Sam. AKA the fucking Gooner Graham. Smells of my lord. Looks great in shorts. Sam Grammy.
Sam Graham.
Fucking United! Fucking United!
Hello and welcome to DU Does EFL,
To be fair, it was a touch early.
a complete, brief, biased recap of the rest of English football as told by two common American schmucks. I am your host, Sam Houston, and across the way from me, you don't need to scold him because you already knew he done fucked up. My co-host, Mr. Samuel Graham. How you doing over there, good sir?
Not bad, man.
And,
Not bad at all.
And of course, on the ones and twos, is it really a great assist if you're running around patting your own self on the back about it? Producer Mel.
The board's acting weird. I think I have glue in my hair.
Okay. Yeah.
All right.
That's all. I know you didn't ask me how I was doing, but that was my answer when you did. So, yeah, I'm doing glue in my hair.
You're Wiggins kid right now. I have glue in my hair.
So first thing seems like a user error. Second thing also seems like a user error
Committing to it.
because I know you.
Quickly muting herself to try to pretend like nothing to see here, you looky loos.
Bro, every time you're like, Mel's got a big setup, I'm like, what is she going to cut this time? Can't wait for that phone call. On the way to the urgent care, Mel almost chopped her thumb off.
We're recording at the DU Public House just outside the nation's capital. You can check us out wherever
Saw
you
it
get your
earlier.
podcasts. And, of course, streaming live every single Monday night. Should you want to chat with us or just hold side conversations while I'm doing the call to action.
Why not?
How do you
Fuck
go
it.
about doing that, Mr.
I
Graham?
don't know. What are we doing? It's at DU Football Show on all the social medias and DUFootballShow@gmail.com to get in touch via email. And any Sheriff Labrador sponsored memes of Melissa going to the hospital are welcome.
We aren't drinking the exact same shit, but we are
Kinda.
drinking kind of something similar. Mr. Graham, what do we got in the glass for this show?
We have the E.H. Taylor small batch bottle and bond. So this is the much younger version of what we just drank. And I believe this is just at exactly 4 years.
4 years old, yeah.
Yeah. But also 100 proof. The rye had a lot less time to develop.
So it's a little spicier, a little pepperier.
No, the other one was spicier and pepperier to me.
Okay.
In this one, I think the rye had less time to develop in here.
I was going to say more of, for me, it's when I say spicier and pepperier, it's a little bit of the alcohol burn, right?
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
this tastes more than 100 proof when they're both the exact same proof.
Yeah.
The other big one, too, of this, the caramel, it tastes like caramel. It doesn't taste like creme brulee.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
Like it's that.
Exactly.
It's the little subtle differences.
And for those that don't know or anybody new that's listening for whatever reason, there is proof just for shits and gigs. If something is 100 proof, right? How they used to prove their moonshine, which is why it's called proof, is they would take a line of cocaine. Just kidding. Gunpowder. And you would pour your moonshine over the gunpowder, and then you would set it ablaze. If it burned a nice, consistent, perfect blue, it was 100 proof. If it burned green, it was way too high and a lot of ethanol or methanol, whichever one's bad for you. If it burned yellow, it was way too light and way under 100 proof. But that is where the term proof came from, because you were proving your moonshine.
Exactly.
Just for a little reminder for those that have joined us a lot and anyone new listening, that's why it's fun.
It's amazing what time in the barrel will do. Because this whiskey on its own, it's a great fucking whiskey. It's a great whiskey.
It's very good. This is of the regularly allocated things. This and Eagle Rare are the ones that take the cake for me.
Yeah.
I don't like Blanton's. I've made no mistake or no qualms about that. I don't particularly care for a few of the other ones, to be honest.
Weller, you're not a big weeder.
I'm not a big weeder fan at all. Most of these have a decent amount of wheat content, but some of them do have a lot more rye than the others do. And rye and barley add body and depth and chewiness, and that's what makes you know you're drinking whiskey, if that makes sense.
Exactly.
And yeah, that's important to me. So I'm not a huge fan of the weeders. Weeders need age or proof to feel full.
Yeah, true. Now, what else should we always do, Mr. Graham?
Always remember to drink responsibly, which I don't think I said in the last show, actually.
Championship Corner!
I've fallen and I can't get up. Oh no!
Because we were so excited about what we were having.
Yeah. Well, also, in all fairness, I didn't pitch you that what else should we always do, Mr.
Yeah.
Graham, which is normally what I do. So
See, we
I
knew
take
each
as
other
much
fucked
responsibility,
up.
you know?
Yeah, it's like Tark and Pickford here.
But no, sorry, Ross. It was really goddamn good. We have a shakeup at the bottom as the Blades won at Leicester and have jumped into 19th place.
Oh, wow.
Wednesday are now joined by Norwich and Portsmouth.
I don't like it. That makes me nervous.
Pompey are level with the Swans, a point behind Oxford, and 2 points back of the Blades.
That's okay.
So,
They probably still have to play them 4 more times, so it's fine.
So there should be okay.
Because there's 6,000 games left.
In
the championship.
another jump, Millwall have jumped Stoke into 3rd place.
Bro, if Stoke comes back, I might stop watching football.
Well, because if the scheduling gods have anything to do with it, they will schedule Arsenal at Stoke on a Tuesday night.
Oh, with the blustery wind.
You
and
know it'll rain.
pissing
It'll
down
definitely
rain.
be raining.
Yeah.
It has to rain.
And one of our players will break their leg again.
Yeah, that's how it's always going to work.
Fucking hate Stoke City.
Coventry and Borough still sitting 1 at 2. Here's one worth noting. Wrexham have broken the top 10. They are in 9th place currently.
Yeah, that's awesome. But we got to go back to Middlesbrough briefly. Obviously, they lost their manager 2 weeks ago.
Yep.
Rob Edwards went to Wolves, where he is regarded as somewhat of a legend, at least, as far as I know, but obviously feels an affinity to the club. For them to keep going in this manner over the last week, 10 days, 12 days, whatever it's been, is kind of remarkable, because when he abandoned ship like that, you kind of feel, is it going to get a bit wobbly?
Right.
You know, and they didn't. They've managed to keep themselves in the top 2. So well done to them. But well done to Wrexham. I love that story, especially after their manager was called into question after the first 1,000 games of the season here in the EFL.
That's how the championship works.
Yeah.
2,554 matches to play. Each. Everybody. That's
Yes.
how the season works out.
Is what it feels like.
Reading have finally gotten themselves some breathing room in League One with a 3-0 win over struggling Blackpool. They are now in 16th place on 22 points and 6 points ahead of the Posh, who are the highest team in the drop currently.
Okay, good for them.
Riding the
Have
ship.
they gotten rid of their owner yet?
Yeah, that was last year. They got rid of him. So it's
I
the new
can't keep
owner.
track of how many cunt owners have to be forced out. It's a lot to keep track of.
There, especially down there, there are a fucking ton
This
of.
is like, those episodes of SVU that run like 6 episodes deep of that one case, but they can't film them all due to scheduling. So you get like 2 of those episodes, and then you get some normal episodes, and they come back to that story.
Yep.
And that's how I feel like with cunt owners in the EFL. It's like, this guy's being forced out. We're going to do that. It's almost like the Manchester City 115 charges, to be honest.
It's the Pablo Schreiber serial killer that kept haunting Olivia. That is what the cunt owners are in
That's
the,
exactly what I thought of.
EFL.
Yeah, that's the guy that burned his fingertips off on the
that
grill.
one,
Yeah,
yes. Liev Schreiber's younger brother, who's also was the primary character that worked at the docks in season 2 of The Wire.
Yes. So
Full circle.
That's who I think of. That storyline is exactly what I was thinking of.
Here we are doing 6 degrees of fucking Pablo Schreiber for the fucking EFL
for the
show.
EFL, yeah.
For the EFL show.
Brilliant. I could get Tom Hardy in it.
So now we have a bunch of games in hand at the top of the table, and there's a ton of teams
Of course
around.
there are. Because there's too much football.
But
of course there's games in hand.
there are some teams like Lincoln City who are on 18, and then there are others who are on 16. So there's a lot of parity right now.
Because there's a lot of moving parts.
But at the top 6, you got Cardiff, Stevenage, Bradford City, Lincoln, Stockport, and Bolton have made their way into the top.
I wouldn't mind seeing
spots.
Bolton back.
Would love to see Bolton back in the championship. Very, very much so. Finally, Aki have got another win and moved into 17th place and are now 5 points clear of the drop. The other darling, Grimsby, are now out of the top 10 after losing 3 and drawing 2 in their last 5.
That's not a great run of form not at all.
Wassell still hold a single-point lead over Swindon Town at the top, and Harrogate and Newport County are currently the 2 teams in the drop to go to the National League.
I don't like that. Harrogate, for people that don't like American history, is a very important name during the Civil War.
No, you're the one going, I don't know.
Yeah, Admiral
Because I'm
Harrogate.
not a good American.
Oh, no, it was Farragut, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Harrogate.
Whoops.
Yeah.
Never mind.
So fucking up English football while trying to make it all about American history that you got wrong.
Don't care.
That is about the most American thing an American could ever American.
So, all right. So
Just
let's
put on your red hat there, motherfucker.
No, so
you are checking all the stereotypes.
Let's just run with it. Damn the torpedoes, full speed ahead. Said Harrogate. For sure.
So last week I told you that this weekend was going to be the
tired.
round 2 of the FA Cup. I'm wrong. It's this weekend is round 2 of the FA Cup. So
nice. So we'll get more games.
Super Mare plays, yeah, even more games. There's going to be a few games played in the midweek. for hand, but not all the ones that need to be played. And then, of course, over the weekend, teams that have already been eliminated from the FA Cup will play their league games. So just to make it even more
fucked up.
Now, we
So you
mentioned...
never really know where you stand. That's the other part of the National League that no one, or not National League, the Football League that no one ever talks about, is you never truly know where you stand.
You just don't.
For a bit, especially during this period of football.
Normally, it's fine until November, then it's all a fucking rye, and then it is fine at the start of April. But until that point, it's all over the fucking place.
So you have to literally, I mean, there's no better example of take every game as it comes.
Yeah, precisely. And as we mentioned, Harrogate and Newport County going down to the National League, I thought it'd be cool to check in on the National League. The top 5 teams are separated by only 2 points. You have Rochdale, Carlisle, who is one of the teams that went down, York, Forest Green Rovers.
All of these people, though, that you've just mentioned are perennial Football League teams.
Yeah.
Right? They've been in the Football League a lot and have since, the last few years have dropped out. Like, I remember...
Well, you didn't let me say the last one.
Yeah, because they haven't been.
The Wood.
That's the point.
Everybody loves the Wood.
Boreham Wood is awesome.
And
absolutely.
So all of them are within 2 points of each other. But here's the big one, and this is the reason why I wanted to talk about the National League. Shrimps out for Macombi have played all their 3 games in hand, so they're finally level. They're not in the drop. And... they have a 4-point cushion.
That's awesome. And as we talked about, they were the first Sikh-owned club, had the first Sikh professional footballer in the country as well. A very, very fucking cool from them to have this opportunity to come, to sustain themselves and then come back up, hopefully at some point soon.
Next year, you worry about how you get back into professional football. This year, you just don't drop again.
You just maintain.
You don't drop again. And considering that at one point they had...
and with like a 36-year-old man...
down another level, because you think it's hard to get back into football from the National League? Try getting in the National League from 2 separate divisions where 2 teams have to play each other for 1 fucking spot.
Exactly. Yeah.
Don't go out of the National League.
Exactly. If very briefly, because I don't remember the entire story anyway, there is a...
Make this the parting words.
Okay, sure. This is my parting words. Thank you. There was a team. I heard some correspondence on a different podcast that I should bring to the table because it's brilliant. There was a team in a veterans league, like an over 35s, over 40s league kind of thing, in the kind of Oldham, Manchester area, I believe, that featured Pape Cisse from. Do you remember from Newcastle?
Yes, I saw this. Yes,
all these people. He had scored like a league record already. They're about 9 games in or something. Emil Heskey also plays for the team. Blah, 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 blah. And just imagine turning up as us, right?
The Leicester guy who went to Chelsea, Drinkwater.
Drinkwater plays
for him.
Yeah.
Yeah, they got like 4 fucking former Premier League guys playing on that team.
At least. And then it wasn't Peter Beardsley, but somebody of that ilk. Like somebody kind of hard-nosed sort of guy. Yeah. It turned up like 20 minutes after the game started and then got subbed on in the second half.
Just like imagine, Drunkard United, we were playing in the over 35 league. We show up and then like there's fucking Phil Neville and fucking Wayne Rooney. You're like, we're fucked. We're fucked. We're fucked.
And
we're fucked.
The team they played, the guy that sent the correspondence in, they only found themselves 1-0 down at halftime. And then everyone started doing their business. And they ended up losing 6-0.
Perfect. All right. Next up is Injury Time, where we're going to talk about the beers we were drinking, check in on our adopted club, see how we're doing in fantasy, and, of course, preview the midweek action. Should you want to support the show, Mr. Graham, how do you go about doing that?
Very easy, actually. Patreon.com/DFootballShow. Sign up to that $1 $5 tier, and you'll get all of our extra content that Sam has just laid out for you.
Excellent. We'll see you all on Friday.
Good night. Swing.
All right.
Sure, Billy goes Terry Henry in the Sunday League.
Yeah.
It'd be fucking amazing. I'd shit my pants. Especially if I didn't know. Like if we just turned up and they were, I'd be like, that's fucking.
All right, say goodnight, Sam.
Good night,
Good night,
Sam.
everybody.
I
Only
got
one
the
of you.
assignment.
Yeah, Graham got the assignment.
Thank you.